And welcome back to Chapter 12 of the My Pokemon Academia crossover What If. Last time on the My Pokemon Academia crossover, Shinso did his best to duke it out and earn the Erasure Badge from Aizawa. Sadly, Shinso lost the fight. And now we cut back to what happened afterward, Aizawa asking Deku if he was ready to fight. So that's where we start off this particular chapter. And Midoriya is actually looking, he's honestly not sure. But as I was just looking up, there's I asked you a question. You ready to go? My Pokemon are healed up. Come on. And Midoriya honestly just honestly, I think I'm just gonna hold off for a little bit if that's okay, Mr. Ozai. Yeah, sure, whatever. If anything, it gives me some rest. It gives me a chance to get some rest. Well, just come back anytime, kids. Kids, don't worry, as I was gonna be here all day, every day. Besides, like I said, Zana's got a perfect record going. Every 10 people, return challenges win their badge. So come back. Come back. So either if you don't come back soon, someone else will be the lucky loser and you'll be guaranteed winner, right? Right, Azawa? It's like, whatever. All of a sudden, he just pulls up the sleeping bag. They all kind of look at him briefly, except for Mike, because it's Mike. And you're like, did he just have... Where the hell did they get that from? So basically, they head out of the gym, and Midoriya is kind of just pondering what's going on. Shinso's bummed. They go to the Pokemon Center. Shinso's bummed, but he gets his Pokemon healed up. Asui honestly and Shinso are both looking why didn't you challenge him? You already got a look at his team. Why didn't you just challenge him there? You probably would have had a better shot than I would at that point. You saw his team. Your Pokemon probably honestly at a higher level than mine are right now. And Midoriya's like, yeah, but honestly, I saw how he fought, and he's not playing around. He's different than the last two gym leaders. With Kamui, Kamui's often considered the early stage gym leader in the region, the one we all go for that first badge. He's strong, but he's still only a starting gym leader. Nigeria, on the other hand, was a lot more wild and unpredictable. She also seemed to be new at this, but Mr. Aizawa, it's clear he's a seasoned vet. That Absol of his. Midoriya is just kind of. I don't know if I can beat him at the level I'm at right now. I mean for that Absol no Mega Horn, that's no easy thing to avoid. And Midoriya is just now starting to really kind of go into his rabbit hole, talking and kind of doubting himself a little bit. And she's just looking at this isn't like him. It's like what's with you, man? And she's like, and Midoriya kind of fesses up. About Bakugo and all the doubt that's been put on him is that he's done his best over the years, especially back at home, to overcome that, try to be the best he can, and now for some in his mind is just coming back where those words thrown around that he's a loser, they can't be anything. It's true. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I can't beat him. And so Asui's just looking at him and. Instinctively, she just kind of holds his hand and then just leans in and gives him a nice, not like a peck, but like a quick, but a very genuine, sincere kiss on the cheek. And he says, and as he says, I believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, Midoriya. And really, thanks, sweetie. And then he realizes, wait, did you just? His mind suddenly stops for him. Realizes, wait, hey, and she's holding his hand, and it's like, I believe in you. I believe you're and because the guy I like wouldn't give up no matter what. And she's kind of blushing as she says this, and now Midoriya is just kind of it's like because he was starting to like her too, and now it's like, wait, she likes me. I like her. Kind of how a lot of teenage boys are when they're that girl they like actually likes them back. Well, I mean, not every teenage boy, but the majority of us. We were kind of I can't say I speak from experience, but but when I was a teenager, things didn't go so well for me, but I turned out okay. But yeah, it's just that moment where it's like brain does not compute, and it's like. And Shinso looks on as he gets his Pokemon back from the recovery girl, who are basically the Nurse Joys of this world, so there's multiple of them. And he just smiles like, And kind of walks over. Like, it's about time, you two. I was getting so annoyed with that will they, won't they crap. And yeah, and Midori finally kind of snaps out of will they, won't they. So, say, does that mean you like me? It's like, and Silly, who's very honestly upfront about her, feelings and all that, just kind of goes, "I'm pretty sure that's what I said, Midoriya." I was tempted to get a picture of her kissing him on the cheek, but that would have been fan art, and I would have either had to have made sure that the person that did the art got credit, or would have had to ask to find the person, ask permission. I didn't want to take that long, but still, you can use your mental imagery, or just go online and find a picture of her kissing him on the cheek. Um, so I mean, unless you don't really feel the same, I'll understand. I don't want to be too forward. And then Midori's now just like, wait, no, I didn't say that. I honestly, I really have grown to like you a lot. I do. So you do like me? It's like, yeah. I mean, this isn't necessarily the best time, but I mean, if you'd like to maybe go out on a date or something like that, I would really like that. And so, I'd like that too, Midoriya. It's like, that's all well and good, but are you going to do this right now, or do you think you're going to challenge the gym leader, Midoriya? And priorities, man. Then you just realize that Shinzo's still there. It's like, oh crap, yeah, we need to cut it out. It's like, oh, sorry, Shinzo. It's all good. Honestly, actually, if you want to do that, go ahead. I think I'm actually going to head back onto the route down the hill, get some training in. I think honestly, what I need to do is catch another member for my team, and. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to go train, and he's going to go see if he can find another Pokemon. Because right now he's only got Chatot, he's got Drowsy, he's got Duskull, he's got Inkay. He's got a solid team, but against Aizawa right now, that team ain't going to cut it. Because Drowsy's completely at a disadvantage against the Dark Gym. Inkay, obviously, even though it's dark, is also psychic, which gives it a problem. And then you got Chatot, and did I blank on? Oh, and he's got Duskull. Duskull dark types are also strong against ghosts, so that's not going to work. So he's got to figure out maybe catch another team member and trade his team up. So don't worry, Midoriya. You got what it takes to beat him. I believe you. So go in there and take Aizawa on and beat him, not just for me but for you as well. It's like, and Midoriya gives him a smile like, right. So he heads back, and it's been maybe an hour or two. And, he goes up there, he goes to President Mike and says, I'm ready to challenge Aizawa. Oh, no problem. That was in the same place we left. And it's like, really? And they see Aizawa still sleeping in the sleep bag. Aizawa, wake up. Eraserhead, wake up. It's time to battle. I was having a great dream, too. All right. Alrighty. And so President Mike is like, all right, are you ready? The challenger from New Leaf Town, Izuku Midoriya, challenger the gym leader, Aizawa. Same rules as the last time, kid. 3-on-3 match. 3-on-3 match. 3-on-3 match. No substitutions, no items. Let's just bare bones this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Then begin. It's all right, Sableye, go. All right, I figured you'd go with that, so I'm going to use this. Go, Eevee. To which Aizawa's actually like, why is he using a normal type against a psychic type, against a ghost type? Sure, any ghost type moves I have won't work against him, but he doesn't know if I know any ghost type moves. And and he actually had comments like, this is actually going to be a little interesting then. So the fight begins, and okay. Sorry, I had to be sure where I was in the fight for the starting point. Sableye comes in with Sucker Punch right from the get-go, and it does land. Eevee, though, fires off a Shadow Ball. Oop, gotta get my image up here. Eevee fires off a Shadow Ball, which surprises Aizawa, and is like, that Eevee knows Shadow Ball. Crap, he actually has an attack that can hurt to Sableye. And Midoriya makes a comment saying, like, yeah, I knew Eevee would be a good choice against Sableye, but I had to make sure it knew an attack that would actually be able to hurt Sableye. And the Shadow Ball flat out lands. Sableye lands, and Sableye is stunned. It's like, Sableye, disable! Tries to disable Shadow Ball, but immediately he hears that go, quick attack! And the quick attack he just rushes, and it just phases right through Sableye. But because that's the attack that was going on, the quick attack was actually the attack that got disabled. As I was actually smiling, it was like, clever kid. he knew I would. He knew Sableye knew Disable, so he knew he had to keep the one attack that would actually hit working at Sableye available to use. The kid's got a good head on his shoulders. Plus he already saw me fight. So Eevee then comes in again with another Shadow Ball. It gets again. Sableye gets hit and his special defense goes down. Sableye comes in again with Sucker Punch, but Eevee comes in one more time, blasts the ground with Shadow Ball, causing dust to cloud division. Unfortunately, and let me be sure about which ability I gave Sableye now. Sableye had the Keen Eye, which means the dust doesn't matter. Sableye comes in and where is it? There it is. Sableye comes in and starts to attack with Fury Strikes, but only a couple hit as Eevee point blank hits him in the face and just boom puts down Sableye. Sableye is unable to battle. The winner is Eevee. All right. It's like Eevee, and Eevee's all happy and all that goodness. So, let's get these guys out of here real quick. There we go. So, Aizawa actually compliments. Like, I gotta admit, that was pretty good strategy on your part. I gotta say this. I'm already enjoying this a lot more than a lot of my previous battles. No offense to your friend. And Midoriya's like, none taken. All right, you're up next, Sneasel. And Sneasel comes out, Sneasel! And the fight again begins. Now, I'm not going to have to go through any real more in terms of images at this point. So the fight begins. So, Sneasel opens up with a fake out, which unfortunately does land. Eevee flinches. But Sneasel comes in with a quick attack, lands, Eevee takes it, Eevee fires off the swift attack, and Sneasel is, trying to avoid the stars, able to cut through one of them, but does get hit a couple times. And because Swift always hits, Sneasel are also pretty frail Pokemon. They're not defensive Pokemon, so it does do a chunk of damage. Getting hit a few times before being taken out, before ultimately he comes in with Metal Claw. Eevee tries a Shadow Ball. He cuts right through the Shadow Ball, again gets some damage, and then slams right into Eevee, and Eevee gets taken out. Eevee, you did a good job. It's okay. Come on back. Choose your next Pokemon. I choose you. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I saving this guy for just for your Sneasel. Go, Hitmontop. Hitmontop. And Hitmontop comes out. Obviously, Hitmontop has extreme type advantage over Sneasel. Ice and Dark being both times too weak to fighting. Hitmontop comes in real quick, uses its own fake out, which causes Sneasel to flinch, and then comes in with triple click and quickly knocks out Sneasel. Aizawa's not surprised, but he is still fairly impressed. Even saying so, I'm fairly impressed. I'm pretty impressive, kid. I gotta admit. But can you tackle this last one? And Midoriya's like sizing up. Hitmontop is still pretty much fresh, though the fake out is no longer of use. He's got type advantage, and he's still got one more Pokemon. He's like, yeah, I can take you. It's like, fine. We'll see if you can, kid. Go, Absol. And Absol comes out, and the fight begins once more. So, with that said, Aizawa smiles, sends out Absol, uses mean look, and just in case. Well, I thought you said there's no switching. Yeah, well, that's just a rational deception. I legally actually can't make you not switch. Wait, what? You say that? Yep, that was a rational deception, kid. If you knew the rules, then you would have known. I could completely see him doing that. It's true. Legally speaking, you're always allowed to switch your Pokemon out. Aizawa likes to screw around with the youngins. Only a couple of them actually really figure it out. It's like, fine, it doesn't matter. Hitmontop comes in with Brick Bait, but Absol counters with Slash. They clash, basically. Just ding, they both get semi-injured, but otherwise fine. Hitmontop because of a triple kick. Now, triple kick, mind you, has 10 attack power, but it hits 3 times. So it's a very not great attack, but it's still, once you get higher levels and all that stuff, it helps to, and it's got stab. So it does help in certain, and it's a useful technique for its own, right? And two of the kicks actually hit. Absol gets hit, but ultimately, Aizawa calls for the trump cards. And it's like, yeah, enough of this. Dodge it. Absol dodges the third kick. Mega Horn, and Mega Horns takes down Hitmontop. As a return, Hitmontop, you did great, buddy. Well, choose your last Pokemon. I guess I'm guessing it's your ace versus my ace. That's right. This is my start. This is the guy who's been with me since the beginning of my journey. He's my closest friend and ally. Go Larvesta! And again, like a lot of people, he's actually surprised to see a Larvesta. He's like, they're not very common around here. And I was like, and the Midoriya is just like, yeah, I don't really have time to at the moment to explain how we met. Fair enough. So, my President Mike, the final battle between the challenger and the gym leader will begin. And good, on your mark, get set, and battle. And so the fight continues. Absol uses quick attack, does land on Larvesta. Fortunately, he does not get a burn in this case. Follows up with Slash. Larvesta, however, counters with a nice steaming pile of ember. So Absol does get hit by the flames and is somewhat burned, but keeps going. Comes in, uses Slash again, lands straight on Larvesta. Absol then is about I think words. Stop slurring, not slurring. Stop going over your words. Comes in for Megahorn, and it's about to end it. But he pretty much just final moments like Larvesta. It's like, grab him! And then, as he's about to swing down, Larvesta's barely able to get out of the way, but he's instantly on Absol's horn as a string sounds like, what? Get off him! Absorb! So, Absol just trying to get him off his head. Just Absol. All while his energy is being drained, and Larvesta is getting more and more. Finally, though, he does shake him off. And basically it's like, you stole a lot of energy from Aizawa. I don't know how much he's got left in it, so let's make this the last attack, kid. It's like, you're on Aizawa. Absol, Megahorn, full power, Larvesta, Ember, full power. And basically, they collide. Absol's trying to swing in close, but, Larvesta's just firing Ember and Ember and Ember and Ember and Ember. It's interesting. I was thinking on it. Ember did not always look like these little embers, at least in the anime. It didn't look like that. It looked like just a fire attack. It did. If you remember correct from like the original anime, it just looked like another blast of fire. But anyway, so multiple, and basically think of it like shotgun shells or a spray of shotgun pellets coming in, just ting ting ting, and Absol just do it. He's going to just come in the horns like full power, Ember, and then all of a sudden just enough come out that's almost like a pure just wave, and they clash and there's an explosion. Larvesta just gets flown back. Absol just gets flown back. They both kind of are able to get up and just so, and then boom. Absol is unable to battle the winners of Midoriya. And as Asui comes up, and they're not an actual couple yet, but they'll pretty much be a couple. I've now tipped my hand and revealed, yes, I have made this an Asui Deku pairing. And I've said it before earlier on, I don't hate the Ochaka Uraraka Deku pairing, frankly. I mean, Uraraka's not a bad character. They just need to be doing more of the character right now than they are. But I'll be honest, I'm like, yeah, there are better characters in my mind that like they're just cool. Like I think Asui and Deku are honestly would actually make a really cute pair. Honestly, I like the idea of Mina and Deku. Jiro and him really don't interact that much. Momo's kind of boring. Hell, is there any Class B girls I could pair up with? Not really with Kenda. I think May would actually be kind of fun because she's just crazy. I'm not a Toga Himiko fan though. I don't go with that one because she's psycho. Anyway, I digress. Maybe one day I'll make a video because I do have a theory, by the way, that Uraraka and Deku are not going to end up together at the end of the series. But I digress. So we cut to basically the aftermath. They both recall their Pokemon. And Aizawa actually, gets up and he's got a smile and says, like, I gotta admit, that's actually the most fun I've had in a match in a long time. And it looks like you broke my record. And Mike actually puts that. That's right, kid. Normally, like I said, he loses every 10 matches. You broke that record. This is the 9th match before that final next 10th. That's what was impressive. You did great, kid. I can see. You got a good head on you. Yeah, you got a good head on you. I assume you're going to be sticking around waiting for your friend to earn his badge as well. Yep, we're just going to wait for Shinso to show up. Speaking of which, and he reaches into his pocket, because he always has one on call, or inside his coat or whatever. This is for you. You've earned the eraser. This is for you. You earned it fair and square with hard work. I respect that, kid. I got the eraser badge. Now, as someone brought up, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Parker Smith, maybe it was someone else. But what the eraser badge, because I'm pointing out what the badges look like. I'll be honest, I actually can't remember what I said the Arbor badge looked like. I think it was just basically like wood, like something to resemble wood. I know that the wave motion badge looked like Nijiri's wave motion energy blast. And this one, I actually am going to go with the shape of his goggles, but highlighted with but they got like a black inner, like it's not actually like there's holes in it. It looks like his goggles, so it's black with the goggle shape, but there's this little red light in there to represent his erasure quirk. So yeah, well, I guess I'll be seeing you guys pretty soon again for your friends battle. I'll be here waiting. So yeah, and they get out, and Asawi's like, I'm so proud of you, Midoriya. He's like, thanks, Asui. So, what do you want to do for our date? It's like, well, actually, I'm here here in Hosu City. They got a festival, and isn't that where the next gym battle would be? Oh, it is. Yeah, that's right. It is in Hosu. So why don't we go there? Why don't we have our first official date there? Okay. Is like, yeah, I really like that idea. And, he grabs her hand and she's holding his, and they're like, oh, honestly, I actually really do like the idea of Asui and Deku. I think they'd be really cute together, especially if they were both really, nervous, shy, and excited about being in a relationship with someone they really liked. So they kind of hold that. It's like, oh God, can you guys get a room? And I see Shinso, who's back from doing some training. It's like, wow, that didn't take very long. You only been gone like what, 2 or 3 hours? And it's like, yeah, I'm back. And I'm back. And it took a little bit, but I think I'm ready again after I go to the Pokemon Center to take on Aizawa one more time. And this time I think I'm going to actually win. Really? Did you train up your Pokemon a bit? Yep. Yeah, I got some levels in, and I was able to add someone to the party. Really? You got another Pokemon? What'd you get? And Shinso just smiles. Don't worry, you'll find out. And that's where we're going to leave it off with. Shinso's rematch, I'll admit, it's not going to spoil what's going to be going on, but Shinso's rematch actually isn't the focus of the next chapter. In fact, give me 1 second. I mean, do I bring it? Obviously, Shinso's going to win the rematch. Spoilers. But give me 1 second. I want to make sure if I even mention it in the next chapter. Yep, I do mention it. I do bring up what the team member was, the Pokemon he added, and the end of the match. But the next next chapter, isn't actually going to focus on the rematch. It's going to be focusing on something completely different. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. 90s, who would win? Star Wars, Severe, Magic, what if? Anything I do in the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you folks next time. And hit that bell if you want notifications. Later. Ooh, let me try that again. Later.